Hey guys, and welcome back to It's Gotta Be Halloween. I'm trying something a little bit different with the formatting of my videos, so if the next few videos are all kind of different and out of the norm, I'm just kind of experimenting. Today I'm doing a character that has been highly requested on my channel. I don't know how many comments I've gotten requesting characters from this video game, and that is Alice Angel from the game Bendy and the Ink Machine. I did a little bit of research, but I don't know a whole lot about this game. I watched a couple playthroughs, so just, keep that in mind that I'm not crazy familiar with these characters and how they look and the coloration and things like that. I do my interpretation of things. So yeah, I'm going to be doing my interpretation of the character Alice Angel from the video game Bendy and the Ink Machine, so I hope you enjoy it. As always, all the products that I use, my social media, and the music will be listed in the description, and with all of that said, let's get into the tutorial. So I started by applying a little latex prosthetic to my face with Pros-Aid adhesive. I've made full tutorials on this prosthetic making process before, but I included a little short video overlay of it in case you're new to my channel. I made it by sculpting the form on my life cast, then stippling layers of latex fortified with tissue over top, making sure to do less layers at the edges so they stayed thin. A life cast is preferred, but not necessary. You could honestly sculpt this just on a flat surface since it's a pretty basic prosthetic. Once it was all glued down, I sealed the edges with a bit of latex, but made sure to avoid putting latex in my eyebrow because I rather like my eyebrows. Most actual adhesives like Pros-Aid and Spirit Gum will come out of hair. People often mistake latex for an adhesive, but it's a pain to remove, ruins clothes, and will rip hair out, so it's best to use an actual adhesive when doing effects makeup. I mapped out the general features and clothes with a concealer pencil. So I'm going with an achromatic, all grayscale version. To me, that's probably the tone the characters are actually in, since it's kind of like the style of animation is similar to like old school Disney when they were black and white. So that's what I'm doing, even though in the game the characters all look kind of yellow toned, but I think that's more because they're under like a sepia toned filter. So I've seen people do things both ways, but I am choosing to do them black and white because I think that's like actually what it is. I don't know. I'm not the creator of the game, but that's what I'm going with. I stippled another layer of latex over the edges, then based out my face and chest with white body paint. I added in the straps of her dress with gray body paint. Then I added the white bow before filling in the rest of her dress with a darker gray body paint mix. I blacked out the lower part of my arms, then added the ink spattered top edges. I also used black body paint to fill in the eye socket and the negative space in her mouth. I contoured my face with light gray eyeshadow. I shaded next to all of the edges of the dress with the light gray as well. Then I used a darker gray eyeshadow to add a darker shadow along the edges of her dress. I used the light gray to define my not-so-existent collarbones. I used the dark gray to add a drop shadow beneath the bow as well as to shade the bow itself. I defined my crease and lower lash line with the lighter gray eyeshadow. And I smoked it out a bit with the dark gray. I added in the weird little mouth rips with white body paint, and then I cleaned up the edges with black body paint. I shaded the teeth a bit with light gray body paint. Then I really shaded and defined them from one another with dark gray eyeshadow. I used the light gray eyeshadow to add a tiny shadow outside of the mouth for a bit of dimension. Then I used the dark gray eyeshadow to add in the detailing on my chest and face. I also filled in my brows with the dark gray eyeshadow. And I used black body paint to add in the drips going down my neck. I used a black eyeliner pencil to fill in the normal half of my mouth. And I lightened the center of my lips with white eyeliner. I popped on a wig, then I attached all of my accessories. I carved the halo out of rigid foam, I attached the front half to my forehead with Pros-Aid, and I bobby pinned the back half to my wig. To ensure they lined up, I attached the two halves in the center with a thin piece of wire. I made the horns out of latex using the same process that I used to make the prosthetic, and then I just bobby pinned them to my wig. And here's the finished look. I hope you like it. Grayscale looks are always super fun, and I definitely think this is a look that anyone could do, even if you're new to makeup. Also, please let me know in the comments if you like this new video format or not. It'd be really helpful. Congratulations, you have made it to my end screen. Click that top link to check out my last video, or click that bottom link to check out last year's Halloween videos. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single video from me in the future, click that little circle with my face in it to subscribe.